that that would be something good to do. So the sun was talking to me, and the sun said, stop right here and take some pictures of the sun. And when I got out and started taking these pictures, I started seeing these light orbs in the camera. But I had always saw these light orbs without the camera. And I was telling people, I say, man, you know, I think I got high blood pressure because I keep seeing these lights flying around. I say, but what's weird though is that they're just always around, and I don't feel dizzy head or anything, but they're just always flying, and they even make stuff move. So people started thinking that I was crazy, you know, and that there's something going wrong with me and this and that. So I like being by myself anyway, so I just kept to myself and kept thinking maybe I am going crazy. But then the things started talking to me. They had been, everything be talking to me. And then I was even talking to a plant one day, so I was thinking to myself, okay, things is going really weird. But it's starting to dawn on me now that the reason I've had all these bizarre circumstances in my life is because I'm a time traveler, and I actually left the future and came back into the past. That's why my mind works faster than other people's mind. And then if I be around people, they be stuck on their drag shit about trying to tell me how to do it, and my mind be done already told me how to do it, and they can't see that, you know, and they can't try to stop and recognize the fact that maybe I have a brain that can make me do this without you having to just, but people just want to be so bossy because of your egos around here, you know. That's what it is. And I could have did very well with that scrapping business because as you can see, I'm not doing anything but riding through the alleys. But you white people have stolen everything and manifested a concept in your mind that us black people, according to your Bible instructions, should not be allowed to feed and provide for ourselves. So you kept harassing me and kept harassing me and had police coming to my house and all kinds of shit. Stole my bike. The firemen and the police came and cut the damn bike chain and took the damn bike that I had brought from. You know, they found me not guilty of that crime. But they didn't want to find me not guilty. They just threw it out. And I'm like, so where's my bike? What about all the 8 months of work that I've missed and all that? What do I get for that, you know? And then nothing. And then this is right after they put me in jail 45 days and made me lose my 2 big diesel trucks that I was going to rely on to sustain myself and take care of myself with the rest of the days before I leave this earth. And you notice I didn't say before I die. You know what I mean? So they stagnated all that, did everything they did with honor and with a smile on their face and with a heart throb that was saying to them, good job that you're hesitating the progress of this nigger. I wanted to say this man, but they don't see me as a man. They see me as everything that's less than a man because they don't want to accept the fact in their heart that that's what they are, when the true reality that you can treat a man like this means that you can't be a man, because a real man will act like a man. And the behavior of castrating people and falsely incarcerating people and using taxpayers' money and tutory of the state and all that stuff against the one struggling man like me. Now they made it where I don't have my truck anymore. I don't have my driver license. Everything that I could have utilized to be a contributing citizen, they even set me up with that damn purse and tried to make me, I know that's what they did. I found the purse on the bus stop, just left there one day, right where I was driving my truck. So I guess the plan was, I see the person get out with my greedy, stupid, dumb ass and put it in my truck. And of course, police pulled me over, find that purse in my truck, and it's attached to some kind of bullshit. I knew that's what they was up to. So I left that dumbass purse right there, you know. And it's just stupid stuff like that that I've always had to go through and be accustomed to being part of the treatment that I was going to receive from you guys here on earth. So all this neighborhood right here that I was riding through and trying to do my thing about making a living for myself, 65% of the people was with it and 35% of the people was not. So now I just want to point that out to the universe because, like I said, everything is getting recorded and written down. I told you guys that it was going to be a school bus with children that flip over. Of course, everyone got mad at me when I said that and didn't want to have nothing to say to me, and I could feel rudeness coming from you for a while. But like I say to you, the Son tells me what to say to you, and I say it because the Son wants you all to be perfectly aware that I said for you to sustain for my son. And if you think you're going to be stupid as hell and have him running around doing dumb shit, working these go nowhere ass jobs, especially after he done got his knee broken up because of your idiocy and all your conniving bullshit that you niggas did, I ain't forgot yet. He gonna be healed, and believe me, the suffering and all the agony that he had to go through, he don't need no lawyer or no white man to make sure he be compensated for that, because I'm gonna compensate him for that, because I know he was victimized by your wickedness because of your reluctance to feel his work that he have to do for me. So I'm gonna compensate him for that. I already know that. I'm also gonna compensate the evildoers that caused that. I already know that too. So I'm saying all that. I just want you guys to understand that I came here with the idea of sustaining myself, and you guys with your wicked shit attacked that right away and destroyed it. So I want you to know that that did not go unnoticed.
To our planet, trying to block out our sun. And at the same time, it's leaving all sorts of metal deposit between the earth and the sunlight that's coming to the earth. These metal deposits, I guess, are designed to interrupt the magnum or the full spectrum of quality that was designed by the universe to be delivered to us all. It's hard for me to see that because it's cloudy and sunshiny, but this is an indication of how beautiful our sky is prior to these planes right here doing their assault to the sunlight. This is something been going on for a long time too. Now, it doesn't look as bad as it actually is from just that one plane, but they're doing this constantly around the globe, 24/7. Ain't no telling where that plane was at yesterday.
What I'm getting at is the chemtrails, in case you guys don't know. Now this is where I had my business at. I had it at a place called Iron Gate Storage, where, you know, these people took a big risk with me because they knew that it was a complicated business that I was getting involved with. But I told them that I'd be 100% and do my best, and they gave me a shot at it. And everything was going really good at first, you know. Sometimes it got out of hand and they would just, you know, say, you know, can you take care of that? And I would, you know. So I was there for almost over a year easy. I think I was closer to 2 years than under 18 months. I'm not sure. But in the last months, things weren't doing good because I just kept working the business even though I was not making a profit, because I was excited about having my own thing going on. And so even though I wasn't making a profit and I was just pretty much paying my rent, well, not even really paying my rent because I got behind the rent and never could get caught up there. But I always managed to pay the rent on the shop because I figured as long as I kept the shop going and had a way to work, I could get back to paying the behind status of rent at my apartment, which it never happened though, because just conflict after one with other people living with me and stuff like that, where that didn't work out. And so it's just like, are we just all in a big mess because we don't rely on each other enough and we don't have respect for each other. Now I had a son that I was telling him, you should work this business with me instead of us begging the white man for a job. Why won't you just get in the truck with me and come to work with me? And he never would. So I was out there by myself trying to run all this shit. The driving, the collection of the metals, the cleaning of the metals, all right? It was so much work. I had to work 7 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day, every day. And all this was just so I could try to get ahead. But with the cost of gas, with what it cost to run the truck, with the cost of my apartment, and the cost of this shop right here, there no support from anyone. All right, anyone who had to come out here and try to do this job with me, if they went and got a job from the white man, he'd make them work a whole week before they even got a paycheck. But when they come to me and I'm trying to say the same thing to them, man, you know, it's really a hard hustle out here. We gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? They want to get paid every day, and then they want to get paid mad ass money every day too. And I'm sitting there saying, you can't do that because see, I need to make some money too, because I got all the overhead that I got to pay for. So what make you think I'm going to split it, the money right down the middle with you? Then here's a chance of an altercation because they ignorant. So all this shit was going on while I done came to this town and I'm trying to start a business. You know what I'm saying? A melanated man out here, and I could have did well. As you can, if you look really good, you can see that I got some buckets in there with bottles and cans. And they got to talking shit about me taking bottles and cans out of the alley. I took them to the damn Safeway, and they had a problem with me coming in Safeway with so many bottles, bringing them off. Where are you from? Do you live in Oregon? All that stupid shit. You know what I mean? Trying to stagnate me because your religion teaches you that it's your job to make sure that non-white people does not do well. So you have whole nations, Canada, China, America, India, freaking Japan, everywhere you go, Mexico, where they are pretty much being rude and nasty to melanated people and giving privileges and good fair treatment to white people or lighter skinned people. And all this going on the planet where the true rulers and owners of the planet happen to be the complexioned people that all you melanated recessive people have become accustomed to treating like shit. So now all these ships and everything that you see flying around, that was even around way back in the day, like what I'm showing you right now, you'll see what I'm talking about. This was way back in the day. I was out here trying to make a living for myself, and these white people that already got together and started telling lies and staging shit to try to find a way to get me locked up in a jail system, all right? Just because I want to ride through the alley. All these tires I picked up in the alley, okay, I could have just cut these things in the alley and left the rubber in the alley. But I was so serious that I was going to make so much money and be able to come up that one day I'd be able to get rid of all those tires. You see them right there? You can see them. They laying around in the alley, and I figured I'll cut them out. I'll just get rid of the rubber somehow. But everything went so bad, I ended up leaving a lot of tires with iron gauge storage. I got into some mental issues, some real physical issues. Everything that went on with me just made me get to the point where I could not go get some of the stuff that I left there. I did a big effort at getting all that stuff cleaned out. I cleaned this whole room up, and I cleaned this whole big room you see right here. I completely cleaned that out. And it was a lot. I had lumber in there, tables, you name it, all that stuff that I had set my business up and wanted to just make a living for myself. But they destroyed it. They did everything they could to make sure that I would be a failure. From police harassment constantly, to people always calling the police when I'm in the alley. I bet you the police will tell you the truth. They say they got so bad that people would call the police, and I knew some of the police, and when they show up, they'll just wave their hand at me and keep on going. They say, I thought it was you. I said, yeah, well, you know I'm not doing it. He said, I know. Go ahead, have a good day. And that's really the truth. But when they tell them that it's somebody in the alley doing something, they can't just assume that it's me and not come. You know, they got to do their job. And then true enough, they come out there and they see it's me. And what made it a problem is that I stayed in the same neighborhood so much that the people should have gotten known and used to it being me. But they just were real honorary people who had that religious crap in their head that convinced them that every time they see me, they're supposed to make a stumble block for me. And that's just precisely what they always done, you know. So never overlook the fact that I was taking these tires out of the alley and every other thing that might lay around in the alley and become collective to make everything become even more decadent, that this was already the launching toward. But I'm always out there helping these people keep their alleys clean and all that. But the fact that they know that they have this land illy and that they committed crimes against my people when they came in contact with this land make them always see me and want to continue the job of making sure that I am completely eradicated off the earth. And that is what my biggest confronting energy is, to address the fact that you guys believe that you have the right to murder all the melanated people and all the animals and everything off the earth. Your brains are not wise enough to see that you are in a state of, wait a minute, we got to stop this shit right now